This is the Roulette Master, and I am so excited today to share with you the incredible new Mean Streets Roulette System by Steve Odell. He says that this will shock you how well it does, and I can't wait to share this with you. And today, we're going to put his new system up against Fibonacci 12 in the head-to-head matchup. This should be exciting, and I can't wait to see which one makes the most money in 15 minutes. So let's start with Fibonacci 12 first, and we'll go with the dozen that's been the longest since it's hit, which in this case would be first 12 for $10. You can see we have a zero balance, and let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. This one did fantastic in the Roulette Master Bracket Challenge, and I can't wait to see how it does today. And that is a loss. So what we do now is we'll still be on first 12 because it's still the longest since it's hit, and we'll repeat that $10 bet. So we're not going to increase the bet yet, and here we go. That's a low number, but not the ones that we want. So now we'll still be on first 12, but we're going to now be at a $20 bet. So let's go ahead and do that and spin. And here we go. That's a 19 red. Okay, so we're going to start adding up the two previous bets for our next bet. So we're going to add up 20 plus 10. We're going to be at a $30 bet, and we'll still be on first 12. Okay, so we're minus 40 so far, and but let's get a win, and then we can reset. And there we go. That's a 2 black. Fantastic. Okay, that's a $60 win. We're up $20. So now the longest since it's hit would be third 12. We'll start with a $10 bet on third 12, and here we go. And we got it. That's fantastic. Okay, that's a $20 win. We're up $40, and now it looks like second 12 would be the bet. And let's see if we can get a second 12 hit. And we did, 23 red. Okay, great. We're up $60 now, and we'll be on first 12. We're betting on the dozen that's been the longest since it's hit with Fibonacci 12, and that's a 16 red. We lost, so we have a second $10 bet now, and it'll still be on first 12. So we repeat that bet. And then after we do that, we just add up the two previous bets for our next bet. And so our next bet would be $20, and we'll still be on first 12. And let's go ahead and spin. So the next bet after this would be 30 because the two previous bets would be 20 and 10. And that's a 31 black. We lost, so we'll have that $30 bet now on first 12, and you can see the last first 12 to hit was the 2 black. So let's hope that we can get a low number here that's not green, 0. And we got it. That's a 7 red. Fantastic. So we're already up $80, and let's bet second 12 for 10. All right, here we go. That's an 18 red. That's a nice win. We're currently up $100 now. That's fantastic. So we'll be on third 12 for 10, and let's see if we can get a high number here. And we did. That's a 36 red. So now things are starting to turn our way, and we're up $120. Let's bet first 12 again and see if we can get another low number. But not that green number. Oh, no. Oh, no. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay, so we'll still be on first 12, but let's repeat that $10 bet, and let's see what we get here. That's a 32 red, and we lost that one. So we will be at $20 now. So now we'll be $20 on first 12. And any low numbers that aren't green would be great right about now. But we lost again. That's a 30 red, but that's what we have bankroll for. Now we add up the two previous bets of 20 and 10, and we have a $30 bet on first 12 with Fibonacci 12. And we got it. That's a 7 red. Fantastic. So it looks like now we'll be on second 12. The last one of those to hit was the 18 red, and we're up $140. So here we go. What will we get here? That's a 28 black. That's a loss, so we'll place our second $10 bet. Our second $10 bet, not 20. You repeat that bet and then start adding up the two previous bets for your next bet, and that's a 33 black. So now we'll have a $20 bet. We'll add up 10 plus 10. And if we lose this, we'll add up 20 plus 10 for 30. That's a 4 black, and that's a loss. So we'll go to a $30 bet now. And if we lose this one, we'll add up 30 plus 20 and have a $50 bet. But that's a 17 black, so that's a nice win. And we're up $160. So let's go third 12 for 10 now with Fibonacci 12. All right, here we go. That's a 4 black. Okay, we lost that one, so we'll place our second $10 bet on third 12. Not 20, but we'll do 2 at 10. And that's an 11 black. That's a loss. So we place a $20 bet now. Add up 10 plus 10. And let's see if we can get a high number here. We got a low number, so we lost that one. So we add up 20 plus 10. We'll have a $30 bet on third 12. Then we'll check our balance again and see where we're at. Okay, we lost that one with a 21 red. So we'll add up 30 plus 20, and we'll have a $50 bet on third 12. Even after all these losses, we're still up $90, but let's get a win and increase our profits. Ooh, another 0. That's not good. So we'll add up 50 and 30. Now we'll have an $80 bet, and we'll talk about bankroll here in a second, but the reason we were able to do this, to keep going, is because of the bankroll, and we got the win there with the 35 black. Okay, that's a $160 win. Now we're up $200. So it looks like we'll be on first 12 for 10, and let's restart. So this will be a $2,000 bankroll system with $10 bets. This would be a $200 bankroll with dollar bets, and if you use $5 bets, it would be a $1,000 bankroll. So we lost that one. Let's repeat that bet of $10 on first 12. And with that bankroll really allows you to keep placing more and more bets till you win. Let's see, we'll now have a $20 bet on first 12. And here we go. And we got it. That's an 11 black. Okay, we're up $220, and it looks like we'll be on second 12 for 10. Again, the first two bets are 10 and 10, and that's a 9 red. So we lost that one. We'll place a second $10 bet on second 12 before we start adding up the two previous bets to make our next bet. And that's a 4 black. It's going low right now, and we'll go to $20, adding up 10 plus 10 with Fibonacci 12. So here we go. That's a 29 black. Okay, we lost that one. We'll go 20 plus 10 is 30. And let's see if we can get a second 12 hit. Another 0. That's the third one. My goodness. So we're going to add 30 plus 20 for 50 on second 12. And then we'll see what the last second 12 hit was. Here we go. We lost that one with a 36 red. So we add up 50 and 30. Now we'll have an $80 bet on second 12, and we're up 100 even after all these losses. Let's see if we can get a second 12 hit right here so we can restart. And we did not. That's another loss on 6 black. So we're going to add up 80 and 50, and we're going to have a 130 bet on second 12. And actually, the last one was that 18 about 10 spins ago. So let's go ahead and get a win here with a $130 bet on second 12. We lost again. That's a 9 red. So we're going to add up the last two bets of 80 and 30 for a 210 bet. So let's do that. Let's get that second 12 hit right here. And we got it. That's a 21 red. Fantastic. So now we're up $310, and it looks like we'll be on third 12 for 10. All right, here we go. All right, that's a good win on 25 red. And we're up $330 now, and looks like we'll be on first 12 for 10. Remember, the first two bets are 10 and 10. We don't increase until we lose 2 at base level. And we lost that, so we'll repeat that bet of $10 on first 12. And here we go. That's a 16 red. Okay, we lost, so we'll go to 20 on first 12. You can see the last one was the 9 red. And here we go. That's a loss on 22 black. So we'll add up 20 plus 10, and we'll have that $30 bet on first 12. Let's see what we can get here. Any low number that's not green would be great. But we lost. That's a 34 red. And this is why you need the bankroll. We're going to add 30 plus 20 for a $50 bet on first 12. And here we go. Another loss, 29 black. So we're going to add up the two previous bets again of 50 and 30, $80 total. And let's see a low number that's not green. And here we go. Let's do this. And we got it. That's an 11 black. Okay, now we're up $370, and it looks like we'll be on second 12. The last one to hit was the 22 black. And here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, and let's repeat that $10 bet on second 12. Here we go. That's a 25 red. That's a loss. So we'll now increase the bet from 10 to 20, adding up the two previous $10 bets. And here we go. 27 red. Okay, we lost, so we'll go 20 plus 10 is 30 on second 12. And looking forward to heading to Kansas City to the Ameristar for the next few days. Let's say loss at 30, so we'll go to 50. And let's get that second 12 hit. So always looking forward to that. It's sometimes they have some really good concerts there, great food, and I love Kansas City. So 50 plus 30 is 80. Now on second 12, and let's get it right here. Oh, and if you're asking how you like to eat at KC Chop House when I'm at the Ameristar in Kansas City, and that's 80 plus 50 for 130 now on second 12. So the last one to hit was, it's not even on the board. So we don't even have a second 12 on the board. So that means it's been over 10 spins. And we lost again. That's a 4 black. So now we're going to add up 130 and 80 for a 210 total bet. Okay. And let's go ahead and spin. And I always play these systems for the full 15 minutes so you can see the ups and downs. But when you get up a lot like we've been on this one, you want to cash out. You don't want to keep going like what we're doing right here. So now we're going to add up 210 plus 130. That's 210. 310 plus 30 is 340. So now we're going to have a $340 bet on second 12. And again, don't go this far. If you're up, $200 to $300, go ahead and cash out when you're in the casino. Don't keep going. But let's go ahead and let's get this win here with the second 12 hit at $340 total bet. And we got it. That's a 17 black. Okay, that's a $680 win. Now we're at $510. But again, once you get up as much as we are, it's time to cash out or lower your bets. So like if you're playing automated, protect what you've won. So actually we'll be on third 12 now for 10. If you're playing automated, protect what you've won and just put like $3 bets on, and you can keep playing the same system, but with the same bankroll, and it'll be much safer. So remember to always protect what you've won if you can. And we're up $530. We'll be on first 12 now. And here we go. So that's a really good way to do it, is just to lower your bets once you've won the amount that you're happy with for the day. And don't be greedy, because that gets everybody, is trying to win back anything that you've lost in the past. That's where we get in trouble. And just be happy with, winning a couple $100 a day. And don't feel like you have to get everything you've ever lost in your entire life back. Just start winning now, and it'll start accumulating. So here we go. Let's see how we finish up here. That's a 27 red. Okay, so we'll place a second $10 bet on second 12. And here we go. That's a 1 red. We lost, so we'll put 20 on second 12 now. Here we go. And that's a loss on 1 red. Okay, so we'll have a $30 bet now on second 12. We're up $500. And this will be our final spin. We're right at the 15-minute mark. And that's a 29 black. So we won't have a chance to recover on this one, but we still ended up $470 after 15 minutes with Fibonacci 12. Again, don't keep playing this one at high levels once you've won what you're happy with. Again, lower the bets, or you can or play something else that's even safer if you want to. This one works really well, but like any system, the bankroll does get you a long ways, but you can see we got some higher bets there, and that's when when you want to say, hey, I need to cash out and declare victory over the casino. So hope you enjoyed that one, and now it is time for the new roulette system of the day. Can't wait to share this one with you, and let's just jump right in and get started. Here we go. All right, the time is finally here for Mean Streets by Steve Odell. Let's place the bets, and I'll share with you how he's been winning at the casino. So we're going to have a $5 bet on 1720, and then we're going to have 3 streets here in the third 12 that are going to have $10 each on them. So let's do that. Okay, we're also going to have a $10 bet on the 0002, and now we're going to have a $35 bet on 1 to 18. Now these bets are going to change a little bit as we go through, but let's go ahead and get started. I'll share with you everything you need to know with this one, and this is an $80 total bet, but the nice thing is the zeros are covered and they're jackpots, so you don't have to worry about losing everything that we're betting on a zero hit, which is really nice. So look at that. That's a zero right out of the gate, and that's a nice $40 win. So we're up $40. Let's just rebet and spin, and let's see what we get here. We're going to have some partial losses with this one, but they're going to be small losses. When we have a total loss, we're going to double the bet, but only when we have total losses. So we're going to go from 80 to 160, and here we go. That's a 32 red. That's a nice $80 win there. So we're up $40. We want to reset back to 80, and then when we do that, after you reset, you switch sides. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the $5 on the 1720. The 35 will go on the 19 to 36 now. And then the $10 bets will go here, and then here, here, and here. There's our $80 bet. And if we hit a number 2 or a number 17, it's going to be a really big hit. So that's exciting as well. And the small losses, which we're going to take, which I'll share with you here in a minute, won't do a ton of damage, and they're going to be $10 losses. We do not change the bet when we have those. We just rebet and spin. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's see what we get here. That's a 3 red. Man, we just missed that one. So let's go ahead now, and that was a total loss. So let's double the bet from 80 to 160. When we reset to 80, we're going to switch sides. Okay, that's a 20. That's a good win. That's a $160 win. We're up 110. We switch sides. So that's a really good one, but the 17 and the 2 are fantastic. So can't wait to hit those ones. So here we go again. We're going to switch sides, and let's put this one over here. Just like that, and then 35 on 1 to 18. Let's go ahead and spin, and let's see what we get on this one. All right, that's a 22 black. And that's a total loss. So let's go ahead and double that bet from 80 to 160. And let's see what we get here. Mean Streets by Steve, and that's a 9 red. It's a $20 loss because we doubled the bet. But again, we just rebet and spin. We do not increase the bets on those ones. Here we go. And that's a 15 black. It's another $20 loss. So temporarily we're minus $10, but if we get one of those nice hits here, we're going to be way up again. So here we go. That's a 10 black, and that's a $20 loss. We'll just rebet and spin, and let's see what we get here. All right, that's a double zero. That's a good one. That's an $80 win. We're not in session profit though. So he says if you do that, you go ahead and you just rebet. So let's just rebet and spin. That's a 33 black. That's a nice $80 win there. We're up $130. So we're just going to keep the bets the same and spin again. Once we reset to 80, we'll switch sides. And that's a 6 black. That's a $20 loss. We're up 110. Let's see if we can get another good hit here so we can reset. And that's a 4 black. And let's go ahead and just rebet and spin. We're still up 90. And he says the great thing about this is that you will not lose your bankroll. You might cycle up and down a little bit, but you should not lose your bankroll because of the way that it works. So we're up $170. It's time to reset after that win. So he says if you're close to session profit, go ahead and reset. So let's switch sides. And we'll always have the 5 on the 1720. Oh, sorry about that, guys. And then the 1 to 18, you're going to be switching that. So we'll have 35 on 1 to 18. And then we'll put 10 on, when we're switching sides here, we'll have 10 here. And then 10, 10, and 10. And actually, we need to move the, we need to move the 1 to 18 to the other side. Let me switch that. Okay, so it'd be 19 to 36. That'll have the $35 on it. Okay, there we go. Now we have our $80 bet, and let's go ahead and spin. So make sure it's on the 1 to 18s on the opposite side of where your bets are, and that's an 18 red. Okay, we lost that one. Of course, right as we switched that, right? But that's okay. Let's go ahead and double the bet because we had a total loss and spin. And here we go. That's a 20. That's a good one. It's a $160 win. We're up $250. All right, fantastic. So we never increased. Oh, we did increase to 160, so we have to switch sides again. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll have 5 here. And then we're going to have, let's see, let's put our $10 bets down now. And then 1 here. And then remember, the 1 to 18 or 19 to 36 will always be on the opposite side of where the 3 street bets that are together are. So those are the main streets. And there's our 35. There's our $80 total bet. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can hit a 17 or a 2 before we're done. That would be awesome. That's a 30 red. That's a nice $40 win. We're up $290. That's pretty awesome. And let's go ahead and spin. So you don't switch until you increase the bets and then reset. That's a 6 black. And that's a $10 loss. We're up $280. We'll just rebet and spin. And I am shocked at how well this is doing, like Steve said we would be. Let's see if this continues all the way through. And that's a total loss, so let's double the bet. And I think the really key to this is that the zeros are covered because, you know, when you have a bunch of bets like this, you don't want to have, you know, hit the 0 and then lose everything. So we're up 180. Let's rebet and spin. And, you know, the zeros and the 2 especially and the 17 are fantastic hits. We haven't hit one of those yet, but that's a 31 black. That's an $80 win. We're up 260. And that's close enough. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So let's go back to the other side here. And let's put these in here. And I can't wait to hit a 17 or a 2. That would be awesome. So let's put 35 here. And then 5 on the 1720. There's our bet. And let's continue winning with Mean Streets by Steve Odell. And that's it. Look at that. That's a 2. That's a nice $40 win, which at base level is a good win. We're up $300 now, and that is awesome. So let's see. I guess the 2 isn't as big when we're on this side. So if we were on the other side, on the 1 to 18 side, it would be huge. So okay, so keep that in mind, and so we'll stay. Let's go ahead and switch it back to that side because I want to hit. That would be nice to hit there. Let's go 35 on 1 to 18, 5 on 1720. So we'll have 10 right here. And then that'll make that jackpot 2 huge. And then let's put 10, 10, and 10. Now if we hit the 2, either way, if we hit the 17, Obviously, that's also on the 1 to 18 side. The 20 is the big one if you're on the 19 to 36 side. So those switch depending on which side you're on, whether the 17 or the 20 pays more. And here we go. That's a 19 red. Okay, that's a total loss, but we're still up $220. Let's double that because we had a total loss and spin. Again, he says you don't have to get back to session profit. You just want to get a decent profit. And that's a loss, but not one of the ones we increased the bet on. Let's get another big win here. And let's see where we go with this one. That's a 1 red. That's a loss. So we just rebet and spin because it's just a partial loss here. We're only doubling on total losses. And that's a 33 black. Okay, that's a nice $80 win. We're up $260. That's close enough. Let's go ahead and reset. And let's go ahead and we'll just keep switching sides because the 17 and the 20, the 17 and the 20 will keep alternating which one is the jackpot. So let's put the 5 on the 17, 20, and then we'll put the $10 bets out there, and then the one over here. And all right, let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. Ooh, I thought we were going to get the 0 or the 2 there, but that's a 9 red. That's just a partial loss, and we're back at 250. Let's rebet and spin. And again, Steve says this will cycle up and down, but he said the great thing, and that's a 2 right there. And that's what I'm talking about. That's a $110 win. So that's why if you're on the 1 to 18 side, it really pays. We're up $360 now. So let's go over that again. So if you're on the 1 to 18 side, the 2 pays huge. The 17 also pays really big. And then if you're on the 19 to 36 side, the 20 pays bigger than the 17. So I'm sure that makes sense to you now. But let's go ahead and switch the bets to the other side now. And let's put them right here. And then here. And if you wanted to have a mega jackpot on the 2, you could put them over on this side. But let's keep it the way it is. It's already really big. And let's have our 35 right here. And there's our $80 total bet. Okay, let's keep it going. This is doing fantastic. And like he said, I am shocked how well this is doing. That's a $10 loss. We don't increase. We're up $350 with Mean Streets by Steve Odell. Okay, and that's a 19 red. Another $10 loss, but we just eat those and we rebet and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 12 red. Okay, that's a nice $40 win there. And let's see. Now we're up $380. And we're still at base level, so we'll just stay right where we are. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. So the 20, when we're on this side, and there's a nice hit on the 00. That's a nice $40 win. We're at $420. And let's spin again. So the reason we didn't switch sides is he said you switch sides when you go. Oh, look at that. That's another one, 00. That's fantastic. So now we're at $460. And let's keep it rolling. So he resets after he goes up and then comes back down when he resets. And that's a 36 red. And that's a $10 loss. So we'll just rebet and spin. We're at $450. So yeah, I mean, when we first started, I'm kind of shocked too how well this is doing. And that's what he said. He said that it would be that way. We're at $490. We'll just rebet and spin. So if you're getting wins at base level, he just has you stay in one spot and continue to, if it gets hot. So that's a 16 red. We lost, so we'll double that bet because it's a total loss. And then again, if we go back to 80 and reset, and then we will switch them back. But look at that. That's another nice win of 0. It's an $80 win. We're at $490. So now we're going to switch sides. And we'll be back to where we started. So let's go ahead, put these out. And then we'll also have a 10 on the 0002. And then 35 on the 1 to 18. There we go. let's spin. And this is fantastic so far. And like you said, you do cycle up and down a little bit, but nothing. That's a $10 loss, so that wouldn't affect anything. We're up 480. But yeah, it's not really ever getting in trouble. And this is a $2,000 bankroll system, but we have not needed it to this point. That's a nice $40 win. We're up $520. So we'll just stay right here. He says if you don't go up past 80, you just stay on the same one and let it get hot. That's a 28 black. That's a nice $40 win. We're up $560 with Mean Streets by Steve Odell. And let's see how this closes it out. That's a 16 red. Okay, that's a $10 loss. We'll just rebet and spin. And here we go. That's a 14 red. That's a $10 loss. We're up $540. And this will be our final spin. Look at that. We finished with a 0. We hit a lot of zeros. That was really good. And we made $580 profit with Mean Streets by Steve Odell in the 15 minutes. And that's fantastic. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think you're going to want to test this one. And when you do, let me know what your results are as usual. And if you want to send a system, and remember to send it to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. We do this every single day in the search for the best roulette system possible. I hope you're enjoying that search with me. And if you are, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this community of people that love roulette. This is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.